Welcome to Jesus Christ Prison Ministry and another video Bible study. Our topic, the Book of John, the Prayer, Part 2. This is based on John 15, 5 through 11. The prayer of Jesus, for many, starts in the Garden of Gethsemane. However, his prayer started when he left the upper room. As he was heading towards the garden, his heart was in anguished prayer for his disciples. They had to understand that only through him could they find eternal life. The church could not save them. Money could not save them. Their national identity could not save them. Their bloodline could not save them. Only by abiding in Jesus would they be successful in bearing the fruit for Jesus. I am the vine, you are the branches. Whoever abides in me and I in him, he it is that bears much fruit, for apart from me you can do nothing. You can do nothing sitting in church. You can do nothing listening to your pastor. He that bears much fruit must only abide in Jesus and in obedience to his word. Apart from his word to stop sinning, be perfect, and to keep the 10 Commandments, you are incapable of producing much fruit. If anyone does not abide in me, he is thrown away like a branch and withers, and the branches are gathered, thrown into the fire, and burned. The Pharisees did not know they had been thrown away like a branch to wither. They were still going to church, putting on their religious shows, and performing all their religious ceremonies. But they were being gathered to be burned. The same is true today. People are going to church, going through their rituals and ceremonies as if they were saved. But they are simply being gathered to be burned. They do not abide in Jesus. They abide in church and man-made philosophy. They love their pride, ego, and church activities. It makes them feel very good. If you abide in me and my words abide in you, ask whatever you wish, and it will be done for you. By this my Father is glorified, that you bear much fruit, and so prove to be my disciples. Those going to church have not proved to be my disciples. They have proved to be disciples of their church, their pastor, or a denomination. But because they refuse to abide in the words of Jesus, to stop sinning, be perfect, and to keep the 10 Commandments to get eternal life, they will be burned up. But if you abide in the words of Jesus by being obedient to them, you are his disciple, and you may ask anything of him, and he will do it. As the Father has loved me, so have I loved you. Abide in my love. We are to abide in the love of Jesus as he abided in the love of his Father. He was obedient unto death to his Father. He came to glorify his Father in every thought, word, and action. He came to keep the 10 Commandments perfectly so that his Father's love could be demonstrated. Therefore, if you want to abide in the love of Jesus, you must do the same. If you keep my commandments, you will abide in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. Their commandments are one and the same. Jesus stated that he came not to do his own will, but the will of his Father. Therefore, both are living the same sinless, perfect, and 10 Commandment keeping life. That is how you must live in order to abide in his love. Going to church, listening to your denominational TV, radio, internet, or media programs will not get you into His love. He hates all those showy, goody-goody materials. They refuse to prepare people for heaven. It is all about fun and games to keep people entertained and money flowing into the church. Ask yourself a simple question. When was the last time your pastor or church media rebuked church members for breaking the 10 Commandments? Obviously, you are sitting in and listening to the wrong church. Sin cannot go to heaven. Liars won't be there either. Your pastor, your church, and your denomination are all liars. They are telling you fables that have nothing to do with getting to heaven. If you want a good, heartwarming story, open up the Reader's Digest. It will give you a leg up into heaven, no different than your church. These things I have spoken to you, that my joy may be in you, and that your joy may be full. The joy Jesus offers is not any kind of worldly joy. It is a joy that I can't explain. There is only one way for you to experience the joy of Jesus. Begin right now to put into practice everything He has commanded you. Put forth every effort to align your character to the perfect character of Jesus. Look into the 10 Commandments with prayer and a true desire to live in obedience to them, and watch what happens. Instead of going to church, stay home and spend the time in prayer and Bible study. God will bless you with a joy that is truly unimaginable. Thank you for joining JCPM and Jesus Christ for another video Bible study.